He was an activist, a poet, a risk taker, and one of the leaders of rock's most famous band. But on December 8th, 1980, the world lost John Lennon forever.
This is WNEW-FM in New York. I have the extremely sad task of informing you that John Lennon died tonight. And I am at a loss for words. I think for the first time in my career on the radio, I don't have anything to say.
On December 8th, 1980, after 5 years out of the limelight, John Lennon was enjoying the success of his new album, Double Fantasy.
Our life together.
That afternoon, he gave what would be his final interview to RKO Radio and shared his hopes for the future.
When I was singing and writing this, I was visualizing all the people of my age group. I'm singing to them. I'm saying, how are you? Wasn't the 70s a drag, you know? Here we are, well, let's try and make the 80s good, you know? While there's life, there's hope.
After the interview, John and Yoko went to their recording studio and celebrated the fact that Double Fantasy had been certified as a gold record.
On a spiritual level, he was so high, and some force kind of wanted to stop it, I suppose.
Shortly before 11 p.m., John and Yoko returned to their apartment at the Dakota, where a deranged fan named Mark David Chapman fired 5 shots from a handgun, hitting John Lennon 4 times.
I was in a minicab in London, and suddenly it came on the radio, and they announced that John Lennon had been shot in New York. And then I got to John Dunbar's flat in Maida white and shaking, to find John white and shaking. And we were all white and shaking.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Almost immediately, thousands of fans began gathering outside the Dakota as the world reacted with disbelief, shock, and outrage.
Lennon was a great visionary. He was somebody who had all of this symbolic power. He was an international symbol of peace. He was somebody who seemed bigger than rock and roll, bigger than music. He just seemed to encompass it all. And when he died, all of that seemed to be lost.
Imagine all the people.
6 days later, millions of people around the world stood silent for 10 minutes to honor John Lennon's unique spirit, as Yoko Ono had requested.
You may say I'm a dreamer.
Fans still gather on December 8th each year to honor the memory and the music of John Lennon.
Obviously, this wasn't just somebody who was a popular singer. This was somebody who meant a lot more than that. And there's no way to make sense out of something like that.
And the world